Next week, Metallica tickets for you, among other things. I'm going to have passes for a film called Babylon that's going to be out. If you're a Margot Robbie fan, Brad Pitt.
Wasn't
Babylon.
he already in a movie called Babylon? Or no?
Who?
Wasn't
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No. There was I feel like there was a movie called Babylon that had Angelina Jolie in it.
Oh, maybe. This one is the new film from Damien Chazelle. He's the guy that did Whiplash and La La Land.
Man, La La Land was a turd.
I never got around to seeing it.
I saw it. It was very funny because I took this girl I was seeing at the time who loves musicals, and she was so excited to see it. And we went and saw it, and when it ended, she was just sitting there so dejected, and I was like, how was it? And she's like, it was so bad. Why was it? It was so funny. So I enjoyed how much she hated it more than anything.
Gotcha.
Because she wanted to love it so much, and she's like, it was not good.
Well, at least she had company while she was going through that awful experience. Babylon passes for an advanced screening of that. If you want to go see the Cavs the day after Christmas, the Nets are going to be in town. Kyrie Irving at the Romo Fijo. But Metallica tickets all next week. We're going to play Mare Guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Right here at our window. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all 3 days next week, because Mary's gone Thursday and Friday. You're going to compete against Mary on air guitar right outside the window here. She's going to be in here. You're going to be out there. We will judge.
I'm very good.
She's very good.
Can we get a little
Her
preview?
Metallica cover band. Mare Guitar is how you are going to get yourself to the M72 World Tour. They have set all of their dates. What they're doing is, and these tickets are not going to be cheap, so if you win them, you're in good shape. Metallica is making a big deal about the fact that it's a no-repeat weekend. So every stop is 2 shows. It's Friday night, it's Sunday night, 2 nights, 2 different complete sets, and 2 different opening acts in the round at the 50-yard line. So it's going to be like seeing Metallica do the Super Bowl halftime show. So we're going to send you to Ford Field. They're not playing Cleveland. We're going to send you to Ford Field in Detroit. And they're going to play November 10th and 12th next year. And the first night openers are Pantera and Mammoth WVH. That's Wolfie Van Halen. And the Sunday night openers are Five Finger Death Punch and Ice Nine Kills. So there's a lot going on there.
That's really cool. That's an amazing prize. And we're giving away how many of these?
3 pair of tickets for each for the Detroit stop. So you get 2 tickets for that Friday night show, because that's how they're selling them. You got to buy both nights to see Metallica.
All right, so how...
And then we'll throw in $100 in Circle K gas cards. So
nice.
Kick into that. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, and you'll hear everybody talking about it on the station. We're going to do Mare Guitar.
How exactly are we going to lay this out?
We're going to judge. We're going to have people come up who want to win, and we're going to decide who we like.
What time?
4:20.
4:20.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to be here at 4:20.
That's when it'll start.
That's when it'll start. And then are we just going to go through everybody that shows up? Because what if like 500 people show up?
No.
These are big.
My fingers get tired.
Yeah, I know they
do.
Yeah. No.
What's the cutoff?
50?
I don't know. I'll pick people that I think look good, and it's going to be completely up to me.
All right.
This is not going to be a democratic process. I'll see people that I think look good and that want to compete.
So dress up that day.
Yes.
You know how Alan feels. Do not show up in sweatpants, whatever you do.
No, I don't care about that. I'm just talking about me. I'm not a sweatpants guy. But yeah, okay, fine. If you show up in sweatpants, that tells me you're not a hard worker.
Now,
what I'm saying
songs
is,
are we gonna? Is it gonna be everybody?
Well, Metallica songs.
But like everybody gets the same song because they can have different songs.
Well, yeah. Pick the one. That's like 93 minutes long. Pick the longest Metallica song.
I will have guitar solos.
Okay.
For people to
perfect.
Yeah, and then we'll play along with them. And
now, Mare, how are you? What if Mare wins? What if Mary wins?
I'm going to win.
What if Mare's air guitar is so good? Are you going to dress up Metallica
Don't worry
style?
about what I'm going to look like.
I know you don't worry about what you're going to look like.
Good.
We are going to require people to out Mare Guitar, Metallica. It's that simple.
Almost impossible. Good luck.
Well, almost is the operative word
That's what I'm
here.
saying. It can be done.
It's almost impossible, but I have, just as I have endless, albeit probably misguided faith in our own Cody Poundcake Brown, I have faith in this audience that they will best you in air guitar to get themselves to see Metallica in 11 months at Ford Field in Detroit. I got to wait until summer of 24 to see him in Chicago.
Now, it's going to be a little
So you'll
bit,
get to see him. You get to see him next fall.
It's going to be cold next week, but not super cold. We were looking at like mid-40s most of the week, so
That's
that shouldn't
okay.
be too bad. A little rainy, it looks like
Rockers
Tuesday morning.
don't care.
Yeah, I mean, for free Metallica tickets, people will show up.
Rockers don't care. It's going to be 45 on Monday, 44 and rainy on Tuesday, 47 and cloudy on Wednesday.
Just in the morning for the rain is what the forecast is right now.
Even better.
So that's good. So we should have a real good turnout here.
So that'll begin Monday at 4:20. You want to go see Metallica's M72 tour.
I want to
no
go to this.
repeat weekend. Hells yeah. I'll go.
668 Euclid. We're not in Independence anymore.
Don't come out to Independence because we were on the fourth. I guess I assumed that telling you to come up to our window implied that we were no longer on the fourth floor out there. But Bill's right. Just to cross that T, right? We're downtown now. 668 Euclid.
Does anybody know what the old studio looks like now?
Exactly the same.
They haven't touched it at all?
Nope. Rob was telling me they were just going down there today to do something.
they're
Oh yeah,
still
it's
going
like
down there
it looks exactly like it does. Nobody's gone in. All the equipment's still there. Nobody's gone in. To the best of my knowledge, it's not like it's all empty. I think if we walked in there, it would probably look pretty much the same as it did the day we left in August.
I wonder, does my card still work over there?
No, those were deactivated like as soon as we came down here.
Yeah.
Just like the day after your internship.
Right. You always think there's going to be somebody that forgot that.
Yeah.
I would think that maybe you would have gone down there to try it out of curiosity.
No, because that would be trespassing.
So how would
it
you
wouldn't,
find
because
out?
you wouldn't get up to the fourth floor if your card didn't work. If you like went on assuming you'd go on the weekend, you
Well,
wouldn't
you
be
could
able to
go
get
to
to the fourth
Yeah,
floor.
but if you went to the cafe and then tried to get in there,
Yeah, I've never tried. I thought about it because there was a time I went to the cafe and I was like, can I get a squeeze out a poop real quick? And then I was like, how am I going to get into the bathroom?
Wait, you asked who if you could squeeze out a poop?
He thought
I
it
didn't ask anybody. I thought to myself, I was at that cafe and I was like, oh, I
I
wonder
see.
if
you
I
could
can
have used
poop.
that basement one.
Oh, yeah, because you're still over there, aren't you? For work.
Yeah,
Right. I keep forgetting you're out there for the morning job still. So you're still going out there every day.
yeah. So, and that's what I did. I did go to the basement, but I for a split second thought, I was thinking, I got to be upstairs in 10 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, oh wait, no, I have to go downtown. So I was like, I'll just poop here real quick. I did. I went to the basement and no one was in there. And I was like, I wonder if I could use the upstairs bathroom. But I was like, why would I want to? Because you have to have a key now, and I don't have the key.
Why don't you just go with your morning
We didn't even
job?
have the key when we had to
Yeah.
share a key.
Oh, God. Yeah, the guy who was running the place gave me a key on the DL. It's like, hey,
Don't tell anybody.
yeah, here's a key. I
I
don't like anybody else who works here. Like, okay, thanks.
I heard what I think is my first Five Finger Death Punch song the other day. That circus song. Welcome to the circus.
Okay.
It was on. I was driving in Tennessee, so I was just doing like the radio flipping, and it was on. I was like, okay, I kind of like this. And then I'm like bouncing along. I'm like, man, I really like. What is this? This is really good. And then they were like, that was Five Finger Death Punch. I'm like, oh my god, am I getting into metal music? Do I like? Are they not metal? What are
No, they
hard
are.
rock?
They're hard. I mean, like if a Tap Out shirt was a band, it would be Five Finger Death Punch.
Well, I liked that song.
Yeah.
I didn't do a deeper dive, but I heard that one, and I was like, man, I might be changing my taste.
They definitely have their own thing. They're definitely one of the bigger hard rock bands of the past 10 years.
Okay.
They blew up, and there's a lot of people who dig that band.
Yeah.
So that's a good booking for Metallica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So, and Pantera, I mean.
I know
the
Brian
way-
loves
Wild?
Pantera.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so they must really like Wolfie Van Halen because he got a lot of the opening slots. Because again, they're doing different. Over in Europe, it's like Volbeat and somebody else. But over here, it's the Detroit show is going to be Pantera and Wolfie Van Halen and Ice Nine Kills and Five Finger Death Punch. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, We're going to do Mayor Guitar.
If you dare.
Mayor If You Dare.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be the T-shirt for the winner. Handwritten by me.
Alan, you guys were talking yesterday, that dude that called in and said that he had just left a fast food establishment and they had a sign that said they were constantly washing their hands, and what did they do before? And all I could think of was when Abe Simpson quit the Krusty Burger. That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Remember that?
That's a season like 3 or 4, I feel
Early when he...
Mr. Peterson, you can take this job and fill it. And one more thing. I never once washed my hands. That's your policy, not mine.
I wonder if you could leave a real job and do... That's your policy, not mine. I don't wash my hands. It's amazing what people pride themselves on not doing hygienically.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. People are like, I never brush my teeth. I'm like, yeah, that's
Ugh.
why you don't have anyone within a 5-foot radius of you, homie. I shower once a month. Like, why?
A girlfriend of mine.
How lazy can a person be before they go, wow, I just don't feel good?
Yeah. Yeah, you feel sticky or
Yes.
gross.
I don't know the longest I've gone without showering, but I bet it's probably been like 2 weeks. I'm sure I've gone 2 weeks without
Under
showering.
what circumstances did you go 2 weeks without showering?
I don't remember, but
Like as a little kid?
no.
Because
like as an
boys,
adult.
I don't know if it's the same for girls, but like boys, when they like hit puberty,
They stank.
yes, they stink and they don't want to take showers. Like it's almost impossible to avoid that. Like I'm a super clean dude, but there was a period
You
when
didn't
I was
want it.
coming up, I was like, I don't want to take a shower. I got things to do.
I had a
didn't have things
routine.
to do.
Maybe in the summer I wouldn't do that, but like my routine always included a shower when I was going through puberty. And maybe it's because that was the only privacy I had.
Yeah, right.
The only time I'm by myself is in the shower. It just so happens I have to be wet to enjoy it.
My girlfriend, she has really great hair. It's like big and voluminous, and she does it all up. And I messaged her the one day. I was like, dude, how do you get your hair like that? She goes, I literally never wash it. She goes, I might wash my hair once every 10 days. I was like, even if you like work out? She goes, yep, just put the dry shampoo right on top of it. So I tried that. I think it was like the month of October. I tried washing my hair only once a week or less, and I developed dandruff for the first time in my life. My scalp was so itchy, and there was dandruff everywhere. I was like, this ain't for me, man. I'll just take my little fine, flat hair because I can't be walking around here shedding.
Yeah.
It was so gross. And she's like, yeah, that'll happen. It's,
There-
product. It builds up, but
I will
if you
tell
want
you,
it to look like this, that's what it is.
I will say I went probably a year. I don't think, maybe it was before this show, or maybe it was like while I was an intern, but there was a year I did not wear deodorant. And I did not stink, but because of I just didn't, I would get an allergic reaction to deodorant. So I had to have the same exact deodorant every single time. And I think at that time I was just trying to find which one worked for me. I think I had like the powder for a period of time, and the powder makes my skin break out. And I had like this big rash around like my pit area. It was all red, and so I couldn't put anything on it. So for like a year I didn't wear deodorant, and I was fine. So I was like, maybe people don't need deodorant. And then one day I was just like, is it safe to try it again? Can I have a little deodorant, please? I want my pits to smell, like a fragrancy smell. So I tried it, and then I haven't had a problem since. But there was like a year I was just thinking like, no pit stains, no nothing. And I was like, people don't need deodorant. It's all a figment of your imagination. This big pit trying to steal your money.
A big bit.
Also, keep this hairstyle that you've been like the little bit longer hair is so good on you.
I'm waiting for it to get
Are you
longer.
hitting on him, Bill?
I am
Yes.
a little bit. He looks great.
What does he look like? Let me see him on camera.
Oh, he's
I look like Ace Ventura.
no.
It's a swoop.
He's just got.
He's letting it
actual
grow out
hair.
a little bit.
and it
Yeah,
looks
there's nothing
good.
wrong with that.
I didn't say there was. I think it looks real good, and I think his little like beard is looking good. Like he was always talking about how he grew the mustache to try and look masculine when he was in high school. This is the most masculine you've ever looked.
I know.
Listen to him. He's like exhausted by it.
I'm 30.
Well,
and
not when you
things are-
crack your neck like that. Like, not when you go.
Oh, you just made a mess. I've just come into my own. So,
Yeah.
and then when I got a big load, I go put it in there. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The hair is probably gonna stay.
Hair's good.
I had to remember what I got cut, and it was a 3 on the sides and a 5 on the top. But I think I'll probably get a 5 on the sides, and then just have them trim around the top and the back.
There you
For
go.
Have it a
you.
little longer.
I got a fresh cut this morning.
Yeah.
Looking sharp, son. There are some people complaining about air guitar being a visual bit. But that's what the cameras are for, homie. I can only
Pay
accommodate you
attention.
so much. 2022. You got to log on and watch and come along for the ride.
The promos are already cut, so we're not changing it.
That's right. Five Finger Death Punch is military wife heavy metal. I don't know what that means.
Not a
But
military wife. but
yeah, well, there you
I
go.
mean,
You could have been.
You
I
could have
could've.
been. Yeah, sure
I
you
actually
could.
did date a guy. Oh man, let me tell you this story. I don't think I've ever told this story before. I was
Does it require, I don't know, special jaunty music to
If
tell
you'd
the
like,
story?
you don't
All
have
right.
to.
All right. Well,
a
Like
friend
to
of
set the
mine
mood.
that I worked with at American Eagle brought in a friend of his when I wasn't bartending, I was serving at the time. I was like a cocktail waitress. And I was like, oh, hey. And he's like, oh, this is my buddy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, what's up? And we're hanging out. We're getting to know him. His friend is super hot. And he finished a beer, but left like an inch of beer in it, right? And I'm like messing with him. I'm 21. I was like, what, you really gonna leave a wounded soldier? And the dude got super mad and got up and walked away.
what is a wounded? Is that bar speak?
Like when you don't finish a beer, people would call it a wounded soldier, like you leave it there to die.
Leave no man behind. I
Right.
gotcha. Okay.
And
And he took it seriously.
got up and walked away. And my buddy Curtis goes, yo, he just got back from Iraq. And I was like, are you kidding me? And he's like, no. Like, yeah. He's like, you could not have picked a worse thing to say to this guy. And I was like, I felt like such an ass. I felt so bad. And because I didn't think anything of it. It's just, drinking terms. And,
Right. And most veterans have a sense of humor.
well, he was very upset. And he
I
came
mean, if
back.
you're that fresh back and
like
maybe
a
you saw
week.
somebody.
Yeah. And he came back and he's like, don't worry about it. I took care of their tab. I could not have apologized more. And like I said, super hot, jacked, like military dude. And he was like, you can make it up to me by letting me take you out on a date.
Yeah.
Right. So I was
That's
like-
why he huffed off. This is the long con.
You think?
Yes.
I thought he was
No, I
actually
think he
probably
was
pretty
actually upset,
sensitive
yeah.
about it.
Well, he seemed to get over it pretty fast.
Well,
Well, yeah,
you have
I
to
guess.
in the field,
And he was out in public. He's not going to make a huge stink about it. But we went out on a date, and it was like he took me. He was like, name anywhere you want to go. And I was like, oh, let's go get some steak. So he took me-
Cheesecake fact. Oh.
I wanted steak. So we went to Texas Roadhouse. And that's where we went.
I
And
love Texas Roadhouse.
he got a Caesar salad.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really know how to date because I was so young. I had never really been on like a formal date before. And all my friends were like, okay, order something around the same price.
He was around the same age as you?
No, he was like 5 or 6 years older than me. So I was
Okay.
I was like 21. He was like late 20s.
All right.
And we both ended up getting Caesar salads at Texas Roadhouse because I was like, oh my God, all my friends told me to order something like his salad is $16. I can't order a $30 steak. Like that's not, And then we went and watched a movie. And
He was just getting a salad?
he just ordered a salad. That's all that he ordered.
I
So
mean, you
didn't
don't win
know-
friends with salad.
You don't win
Friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends.
Did he get laid with salad?
He did not get laid with salad.
You don't get laid with salad. You don't get laid with salad.
Well, because
Because there was no tequila.
after dinner, we went to a head shop and he bought a bong. And he was like, we just got to stop here real quick. And he bought a bong. And then he proceeded to smoke an entire bong before we went in to watch Planet of the Apes.
He's like, I like every kind of lettuce.
right. So he got like super duper high.
Yeah.
And I was so uncomfortable the whole time because I'm like, I didn't really know how to be on dates to begin with. And then I was like, why did you take me to a steak place for us to get salad? 3, we did not discuss smoking weed. I was not on board with it. And then we went to a head shop where you picked out and then smoked an entire bong to yourself. And then we watched Planet of the Apes and he dropped me off and he fist bumped me. He didn't hug me. He didn't kiss me.
Yeah,
he
he-
fist bumped me goodbye.
I did not think she was going to say bump.
No. Yeah. Gross.
She dropped me off and he fisted me. And I said, good
No.
night. Boy, that was as unexpected as the
Fist
Caesar
bump.
salad.
But yeah, that's the only time I've ever been out with a dude who was in the military.
Wow.
So no, I don't think I was ever close to being a military wife, Bill.
I'm thinking more if
Oh, I
like you
was
hadn't
closer
gone to
than you were.
college and just stayed in Berea, like I could have seen a version of Mary that had gone that direction.
Wow.
That's the closest I've ever been. Was a fist bump.
You need a Marine, Mary. Oh,
A
change your
Marine?
life. Oh,
I don't think
yes.
so. You had a Marine?
Oh, yes.
This guy.
Ew, listen to him.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, there you go. Semper Fist. I got to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192 to do that. And listen wherever on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7
WMMS.